Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath and we are playing Stellaris on insane difficulty as the zombie fallen empire. Welcome back, I'm back from my holiday, first episode that I record. I'm sorry this episode will be a bit late just because I also caught some sort of flu during the holidays. I'm still trying to fight that off, so my voice will sound a little bit funny, I'm sorry about that. There's a lot of stuff that I have to address. I'll start with the smaller ones and then we'll get to the bigger ones. So, Anders Game Over, I think, pointed out that the Teropia system has not been surveyed. And that is indeed the case. That should not be a thing. I'll make a mental note of it. I can't really send someone there right now, but I keep it in mind that this has not been surveyed. I have to do that since it's in my own space. So thanks for pointing that out. Then Wormwood's uncle said that we should go after these things with the extinction event. Indeed we should. Problem is I can only go for this. I will do that special project. If you remember, that was at the nearly at the beginning of the game where we got the mass extinction through the ages event. We did 3 of them and 2 of them were in the mesh Ben space. Could go for I don't know, one of these, but the other one, these guys are the United Sintamoroi states and they are a vassal of the Strakons. So until we are at war with the Strakons, we won't be able to get there. It might be worth it to go for that alone. And then, sorry, I forgot your name, but some of you pointed out a very good thing, and that is that this might not be an endgame crisis. This might not be the real AI rebellion. This might just be a planet that accidentally has only robots on them rebelling against the Overlord. So yeah, that might be a thing. They are robotic, synthetic and all that, but this might not be the AI rebellion that we see. We wouldn't know though, because we are not using robots at all, which is kind of weird for our empire, but we don't really need robots if you have a lot of tendrils. And then the most important thing that I did is I completely redesigned our ships and stations prior to the start of this episode, because original Therios left a couple of very good comments. So first important thing is he pointed out that these neutron torpedoes do have a very nice thing, a very nice trait. They cannot be shot down. They cannot be shot down by point defense. If you go over here, it says upgraded energy torpedo that rely on neutrons instead of protons for their destructive power. Like their predecessors, they are extremely effective against energy shields. Since these torpedoes lack a solid form, they cannot be targeted by point defense weapons. So that is why I slapped that on those corvettes. They do 200% shield damage, which is pretty good. I put a small phase disruptor on our corvettes as well, just to make sure that the shields really go down fast. And I gave these guys some afterburners so that they basically can close the gap. They do have the behavior that they will charge straight at enemies and try to deal as much damage as possible. Once I finish this series, I will do an updated ship design tips video. But I really had to test stuff out before I give any tips that might turn out to be bad. I gave up the full armor strategy. I would have liked to test out the full armor strategy, but the mesh bands are down, and Confederation of Hyaxica only has 2,000 fighting power over there, and the X-Athrak are down. So this war is basically over, and I really don't want to be caught with my pants down in the next war. So I decided to forgo the armor. The argument is basically that armor offers a diminishing return. You can only go to 90% damage reduction. And all the weapons that are good against shields are bad against armor. And you have to strip down the shields first. So I'm just gonna go with shields now. This is gonna be our thing. Yes, we do have the regeneration from the living metal, but we will have it anyway as a passive bonus, but we don't really have to work towards it. And it is true that the tachyon lances of the mesh band and of the Strakons and so forth will right tear through our ships, because they basically only have to get past about 10% of our armor, and then it's straight hull damage all the while. So I switched that, and I'm pretty sure that it will fare fairly well. But these guys have low shields, just because these guys are rather power hungry, 60 power usage. But yeah, so this is our torpedo boat. Then we got the destroyers. These are going to be our main point defense measure, and I gave them shields as well. So and also the phase disruptors to take down the shields even faster. And then we got our 3 types of cruisers. The betas are basically all about hull damage. So I gave them the kinetic artillery and the medium plasma thrower. I think they had the kinetic artillery already. But yeah, that's going to be how it is. These guys have 1,000 shields, which is pretty good. I've got the light carriers. I gave these guys the phase disruptors again. We're not going to go too heavy on the carriers. I think that the strikecraft are rather weak. Originally, Thoros said the same, and I tend to agree with him. We've been using them. They're not great because the enemy is always using point defense. So they can defend against these bomber wings. They cannot really defend against kinetic artillery and stuff. So we have to give up something else for the strikecraft. Right, so these are our betas. These are our light carriers with also 1,050 shields. The battle cruisers are a little bit weaker in terms of shields, just because these things are extremely power hungry. We now have 3 neutron torpedoes that cannot be shot down by point defense, and the rest is going to be small phase disruptors to reduce the shields. Ideally, you want to have the range of your shield reducing stuff larger than your armor reducing stuff, because you will be closing. Very good point made there from original Thorius. Yeah, we're sort of gonna surpass that, or bypass that, by having one ship that is only for stripping shields, like this one cruiser, and then we have one cruiser that is only for hull damage. That's just the way it has to go. And then for the battleships, I completely removed the super huge weapon slot for the spinal mount and put some kinetic artillery into this one. Because these guys are actually pretty good. They ignore 20% of armor, and they do additional shield damage, 33% shield damage. And since we start out from range, it is indeed the case that the particle lance is rather bad, because all the time while we're closing towards the enemy with these ships, we are firing with a weapon that does 33% less damage against the shields that are very likely up on the enemy whilst we're closing. So this is more of a close range weapon. Now the particle lance, they used to be amazing prior to the Heinlein patch, and now they are sort of shit. Which is a shame. I really like them. I like the look of the particle lances, but we're gonna keep these until I can get to the focused arc emitters. And speaking of that, where we're looking for the neutronium extraction, I'm gonna ignore that now. And we'll just go straight for, where is it? The focused arc emitter. That is what we have to do, because these guys, they will allow us to have a spinal mount that ignores all armor, all shields, does straight hull damage. The damage is going to be lower, but yeah, we're going to have more fun with it. Yeah, that's the straight upgrade, the focused arc emitter. So we'll go for that one. Ignore the other stuff. I will also, while I'm at it, remove the information quarantine. I'm not going to encourage the free thought, but I might go for the physics grounds. Just to, yeah, that cut off a significant chunk, which is going to be fine. Right, so that is our alpha battleship, all about the kinetic artillery doing as much damage from range as possible. And then we've got the heavy carrier, where I basically changed the spinal mount mounting for another fighter wing, put some point defense on this, and some more phase disruptors. They're not going to do too much, because we're basically too far away with these battleships for a long time, but it might still be useful. And our battleships both have 1680 shields, which is quite a lot. This has a lot of access power, but I can't pull any of these guys down for some reason. Yeah, the Strikecraft actually take less power. But yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be our fleet loadout. I also changed the stations, by the way. Gonna get to that in a little bit. So we have the defense platform that has only Strikecraft. We got the defense station that has some bombers and some kinetic artillery. These will be automatically built by the sectors, and that is why I upgraded these designs. Oh, I didn't upgrade the shield, it appears. Gotta remedy that very quickly. Sorry about that. Yeah, defense station, and then we got the stopper, and I changed the stopper around, and that is actually kind of a stupid oversight on my part. Quite rightly pointed out by original Thorios that if you pull people out of subspace, they are in very close proximity to your station. So Strikecraft don't really make a lot of sense. They have to start, and you have them up close and personal already when you pull them out of subspace. So I put a lot of small weapons with high accuracy, good tracking on there, and also some point defense, so that we can take enemy Strikecraft and torpedoes and stuff down. And then the deep space defense is only Strikecraft, so that they can sort of move in to help the stopper fortress. What I'm not gonna do is original Thorios sort of recommended that I build a stopper fortress right next to our two spaceports, so that we can use the synchronized defenses of the spaceport to sort of help the station. That's something that I don't want to do, because these are my highest level spaceport. I built a lot of stuff that I had to use influence to put on there, so I don't want the enemy anywhere near these spaceports. These spaceports are not there for the defensive capability. They can fight, and I put some stations next to them, but I don't want them fighting ideally. So we'll try to build our station out there, and then I might put some deep space stations next to them to sort of help the stopper station out there. But it is strictly there to stop the enemy from getting at my spaceports over here. I don't think that we will enjoy the same defensive benefits that we had from the Jhool system in the past. We just have to rely on our fleet now, which is fair. Okay, so we got our ship, our construction ship. It is building the military station. I think it is building the stopper fortress. I'm just gonna leave it, and then I'm gonna upgrade those stations. Our energy credits aren't great, and that is sort of the next plan. We do have to terraform rather heavily. I think we will take the mesh ban, and we'll try to take out the Imari, and then I might just end my my expansion and sort of start focusing inward. Doesn't mean that we stop waging war. Yeah, might not be a good idea. But yeah, we sort of have to terraform these planets to really take advantage of them. We have to use the energy credits for that. So I have to specialize more planets to sort of churn out energy credits. We still have one more battleship queued up here. I don't really want that. I also am not sure how many of the heavy carriers I really want. I'd rather build an Alpha and then some cruisers. Yeah, this looks much better. We're gonna go for some battle cruisers. I'm gonna go rather light on the carriers now. And then what did I say last time? I think I wanted to sort of invade people. What are these guys doing? Because we do have the Confederation of Hyaxica in the Rigel system, so we have to do something there. Yeah, we already took that planet. That's fine then. That's fine then. We're gonna send them against this fleet. That's something that we have to do. Where are my troops? They're in the Arza system. Really? Why are we over there? Moving back to Jhool. Yeah, I guess we're getting ready to invade. I do wanna end this war. The longer we are in this war, the more annoying it's gonna be for me. So yeah, that fleet is gonna attack. This battleship should join up. You're no longer in warp wind down. Yep. So that's fine. And then we have to do a fleet upgrade and sort of do a rebuilding phase, bring up our fleet strength. I don't think that we are anywhere near where we should be in terms of fleet. Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it run now. So building a cruiser. This is our cruiser station, isn't it? No, it isn't. Yeah, I'm still ill. I might make some stupid choices. That's a battleship, the heavy carrier. Yeah, we want to go for a battle cruiser and maybe a beta. The energy sector, we're gonna need some corvettes now. Corvettes should be fairly useful. They are sort of fire and forget missiles almost, because they don't hold up a lot, but they should deliver some shield punishment. But yeah, on the other hand, I'll leave the corvettes as an afterthought. We'll try to concentrate on the big ships. Shouldn't really leave out the destroyers though, because we need the point defense against the AI. Okay. Yeah, this should be over soonish. I just don't want them to actually take over the occupation of that planet. That's not something that I'm particularly thrilled about. We're taking losses. Our ships are regenerating fairly fast with the armor, but it also wasn't a fair fight. Nowhere near being a fair fight. Oh yeah, we took that planet as well, so that's fine then. We've got one army over there. No, we don't. No, these are the rally points, right? Yeah, transport fleet. Our fleet is in the Warsham system, and looks like we are looking after debris, aren't we? No, we are not. Got a lot of idle science ships in there. Okay, you're not doing anything. Do we have more debris? Oh, yeah, but we also have a science ship that is closer. So go after that one. What about the other ships? So we're bombarding that planet. I might just send my transport fleet over here right away with the order to land armies. Might be a better idea than to wait. Paradox Kingdom has some troops over there. I think they're fighting with the Mesh Band League of Suns as well. No, they aren't. Are they fighting with the Imari? Yeah, they are. No, they aren't. Okay, I don't get it. Unidentified empire has at least one military station in this system. Which unidentified empire? That's weird. Alien space station. Select a special project or event chain from the list on the left. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm gonna send the tendril spreaders over here to engage this station. We're gonna find out what it actually is, or what it does, what it can do. We still have the Marinius system. There's some stuff in there. Doesn't really look like we would gain anything from it, because we have all these components already. Okay then. What we could do though, is we could actually go after this one. You're in Warsham and you're not doing anything. Okay, anomaly research speed. We might just survey the system. Have a closer look at it. And you could just survey the Warsham system while we're at it. Why not?
Fleet engaged.
Okay, where? No! That's interesting. That's interesting. How did you manage that? How did you manage that? That's rather annoying, I gotta say. Go Gotta send these guys over here. Oh, and we have to do 2 jumps. That's shitty. Oh, it looks like we're gonna lose our troops. Looks like we're gonna lose our troops. That's bad. Well, we wanted to go for clone troops anyways. Yeah, these guys are gonna get killed. Stupid mesh bends. And stupid me. I should not have done that. I mean, I might be able to save a couple of them. Okay, we're done now. Shame. Mass extinction, desolate planet. A planet in the system still wears the fossil traces of a past ecology on its sleeve. What could turn a thriving biosphere into a blasted wasteland? Special project has been issued to trace the source of this disastrous transformation.
Updated.
Yeah, right. Oh, and we got a station in there. That's also not good. I really shouldn't play too fast and loose with all this. There are my ships. Still trying to find out stuff about the Vorsham system. You're surveying the system. Maybe I should just leave some battleships in those systems. Are we? Yeah, we're right next to this station, and it still doesn't do anything. No, it's not going to do anything. Right. Well, I'm gonna send my fleet over there then, to sort of keep the peace. Yeah, we lost the ship. We lost the ship from our invasion transport fleet. They're gonna reappear, and I'm guessing they're gonna reappear in the Jhool system. Okay, yeah, we got that station now. We're gonna upgrade it to the stopper fortress design that I created. Now, what I want to do is I want to build a deep space defense. Right next to it. Wait a minute. No. Stop. I'm gonna do it differently. Frontier outposts, military station, deep space defense. Right next to it. And I'm gonna build another one on the other side to sort of help it. They will launch their strikecraft as soon as an enemy fleet gets in there. Could build one over here and one over here as well.
Debris analyzed.
Okay, we are done with the engineering research, I guess. What do we get? Engineering tax we haven't researched. Maybe we just got it because of analyzing debris. Doesn't really make sense. Meshband aren't further than we are. We have a lot of future tech now. Gauss cannon. What does that one do? Don't really need it. The flak artillery is nice. It is a medium thing. It has no particular benefits. It also doesn't have any drawbacks. It is sort of a point defense thing that you can slap onto bigger ships, though. Rather high accuracy and good tracking. Maybe we should just go after that one. Sort of up our point defense a little bit. I also wouldn't mind going after the extraction patterns, but these are future techs. Not sure if we really need them right now. I'm gonna go for the flak artillery. Okay, looks like we're done in the Vorsham system. And they're already building another spaceport. God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, and that battle over there actually lost us quite a bit of war score. Or maybe we just lost the blockade of this planet. Not sure how that's gonna play out. We're gonna move out of this system. I'm gonna move the ships out of the gravity well. I guess I should have sort of established a permanent blockade on all these places. Question is, will I be able to go after this research project? I need a scientist that has skill 2 or higher, so I can't do anything with you anyways. If I were to move you over here, yeah, that would work. So I'm gonna bring down my science ships back to Jhool. Any one of the guys in Vorsham advanced enough? Yeah, you are advanced enough. do the research project over here. Let's just hope that this doesn't cause us any problems. Although I could make sure. Didn't I see a destroyer over there? Didn't I see a destroyer moving somewhere? Oh yeah, you're moving to join up with the other fleet. And we've got a battle cruiser. I think what I'll do is I'll just send that battle cruiser to destroy that mining station. Take care of that and sort of defend the science ship. That should be fine. These military stations are costing me a bit of upkeep. I'm not going to do that for most of my other systems just because they are not important enough.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Okay. Yeah, right. Good. So we are in that system. I'm going to punish these guys for taking out our transport ships.
Updated.
I have 17 now, so I actually have to start rebuilding. I'm going to recruit... What am I going to recruit? An assault army? Robotic army? They take a lot more upkeep, and they are not nearly as good. What about the clone army? I have no clone vats. Reach adulthood in a matter of months. With a natural lifespan of less than a decade, the lack of personal initiative is deemed an acceptable trade-off for the total obedience to officers. So they are doing... Yeah, their stats are pretty good. They have more health and morale. Same maintenance. They also cost the same, but they only take a third of the time to build. Okay, that's actually quite nice. Why should we do that? I could build a clone vat on a system that is not in my home system. I could also just pick one tile and plop it down. How's the food on this one? Produce 30 and consume 23.7. So we could get rid of 6.3. How much are we getting from this? 6 collected by pop. Right, 6. Base 2. Yeah, we're just gonna replace that one. We're gonna replace it with a clone vat. It's a good food tile. Don't really think that we have to do anything else though. What's on this one? 2 food as well. Doesn't really make a difference where I build it. So let's replace this with a clone vat. We're even gonna gain some society research out of it, and then we'll have our sort of troop building planet. It's gonna be the mineral sector. It sort of makes sense. Nah, it really doesn't.
Situation log updated.
We're gonna do it anyways though. Okay, so that station is gonna go down.
Construction.
Rather nice station. Let's have a look at their station design. What do they have on there? 2 subspace snares? Does that stuff stack? I don't think so. Why are they putting 2 snares on that one? Okay, these guys are not doing anything to us. The shield damage, because we have no shields currently. But this is pretty bad. Ignore 60% of armor. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, we have a little bit of shields. A very little bit.
Situation log updated.
Okay. So that station is gone. Might be better to just send them into the
Situation
bonus
log
system.
updated.
I think I will. Did we get our transport fleet back? Yeah, we did. Well, tell you what, we'll just take their main planet. Gonna bombard this one down, and I will create a new fleet. I'm gonna pull one heavy ship out of there. It's an Alpha class battleship, and we're gonna move on this space station, or on this mining station, so that my science ship doesn't get taken out. These 2 guys are idle, so might as well send them into the Meshka system. There's some debris to be researched. Otherwise they're just gonna be idle. What are you doing? Why are you over here? That's weird. I mean, okay. No, they won't be able to join up. These destroyers are gonna run past them for all eternity. Okay, what's that one? Oh, the wormhole station. Right, yeah, we're taking people out in the system. Someone died. A scientist died of old age. No! That's hilarious. Just when I wanted to send him to look at this thing. Okay, then we're gonna park that over there. We're gonna transfer another scientist to it. We'll look into the special research project. Then we'll try to bring this war to an end against the Meshban. It's really kind of funny that this still hasn't ended. So I definitely have to bring it to an end. Oh, and they are bombarding their own friends over there. That's kind of weird. Maybe I shouldn't have moved this army out of there, or this fleet out of there. I'm gonna reorder them to take out those armies of the Confederacy of Yaxika. Well, yeah, I really have to end it here. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments so I can improve. And if you want to see more of the series in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hope you join me next time. Thanks and bye bye.